Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. We are on episode number 23. We're on season 6, episode 23. Tonight's the Songs edition, Andy. Songs. I think it says sports down there. We'll get that changed.
Yes, it did.
It's a
Kevin.
Songs edition. I think I
Kevin.
didn't hit save. We'll have to get this one squared away. I'll do it when you're talking about your concert stuff at the end of the show.
Yes.
We'll make the change. We strive for perfection here on the show. Now I'm going to put up the crawl here, reminding folks to watch our Monday episode, which is sports. So tonight we're going to do an album review. Let's get started. The album review is Foo Fighters. Now, if you noticed, Andy, I've got the T-shirt on. Now I did go to this concert, so when I'm done going through the review, I'll give a little background on some information that I think you'll find interesting about this show that I went to at the Xcel Energy Center. But here's the album. Skin and Bones. It's alive. It's the Foo Fighters never had a live show album. This is their first live recording, and it's acoustic. There it is. It's fixed. It's acoustic.
Thanks, Kevin.
This is a live acoustic album by Foo Fighters, released November 2006. And
Unplugged, as MTV used to call it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what, that was the big rage. Metallica and others were doing symphonies. Other bands were doing MTV Unplugged, and this was named after a song on their previous release called Skin and Bones, and I think they used it not only because it's on the live recording, but it's also another way of saying stripped down, unplugged, live acoustical set. So this 15-track set was recorded August 2006 at the Pantages Theater in LA and spotlights an expanded 8-piece lineup. Andy, 8-piece lineup featuring violinist and singer Petra Haden, former Foo Fighters guitarist Pat Smear, who was also in the Germs and Nirvana, Rami Jaffee, who was a former keyboardist with the Wallflowers, and percussionist Drew Hester. And so Haden and Jaffee appeared as guest musicians on the band's previous studio album, In Your Honor. And so In Your Honor, it's a double album.
Yep.
Side 1 is rock, heavy metal, hard. Side 2 is acoustic, soft, and things. So this is really this version of the live set is for In Your Honor Part 2 is really what it is. A 3-song encore consists of Dave Grohl's performances of Friend of a Friend, Best of You, and Everlong. The album debuted number 21 on the Billboard 200, selling 49,000 copies its first week. That was also the album's peak position as it just went down from there. It's not an album I don't think many people have. I'm pretty sure you don't have this, Andy. No. It's a live. Foo Fighters put out so much good stuff. This may have been around the peak of my interest in them as far as basically knowing every lyric to every song and going to every time they were in town. I was a big Foo Fighters big fan back at the time, and me and my buddy Dan went and we saw this show. This was at the Xcel, and Foo Fighters opened for Bob Dylan. Let me repeat that, opened for Bob Dylan at the Xcel Energy Center. So they played 11 songs in the St. Paul. Many of us of our age, Andy, basically left and didn't stick around for much of the Bob Dylan show, and it's nothing I probably ever want to see again. But
yeah,
Bob Dylan was just recently in town, and people said, he's getting old. He mumbles. You can't hear him. You can't understand anything he's saying. And that's the case. He was featured, but everyone got there early for the opening act and then basically just took off. Now, this episode is about Foo, so I'm not going to go too much on Dylan, but I was able to say I went to this in October 26th of 2006. To this show. They just did 11 songs. It was, they weren't they were just the opening act. So we weren't expecting too many songs, but they did 11. This album has 15 because they did 3 nights in LA at the Pantages. They put together all the best clips of each and recorded it as a live setup. Now they also released a DVD of these shows, and that features 21 songs. So we're not going to review that tonight, but keep in mind, if you're a big fan, that the DVD for this, called Skin and Bones, is a live DVD at the location that you can watch. Good stuff. Very soft. It's the slow songs. It's the I don't want to call it the chick songs, but I did not think I was ever going to like this concert or this tour or this side of the album, as I really love their hard stuff. Um, so it's an 8-piece band, in playing in front of 18,000 fans. It's kind of wild stuff. Now, on the disc, the DVD, they released the version in the UK was released, the DVD, and it doesn't have the just the acoustic, but it's a double-sided. It's a two-part concert. One includes the electric performance that they did in Hyde Park in 2006 as well. And that you may want to get for those who want to get and check out the heavy metal or the hard rock live show that they were doing. Remember, this was the concert, Andy, that they booked an entire tour of 2 nights at each city.
I
One
remember that,
doing
yeah.
rock and one doing acoustic. And we went to the acoustic. This was breaking new ground. I don't think any band has ever done this before, prior, or since to do. And I think they only did this in 16, maybe 20 cities in the US. So when they came to St. Paul, it was a big deal to get tickets because they sold out so quick. But they had a night of everything plugged in with the electric, a regular concert, and then a day off. And then I think the next night was all acoustic. And so very, very interesting. Now, here are the tracks. Song 1, Razor. Song 2, Over and Out. Song 3, Walking After You. Song 4, Marigold. Now, Marigold is a song that it was a Nirvana song. For a trivia question, there's only one Nirvana song ever released that Kurt Cobain did not sing, and that's Marigold, where Dave Grohl was the singer. He copies that. They bring this in and play this as well, and that's a very good deal. I'm going to put the link in the description here of that live song for Marigold on this in the description to this. A very good song. That was originally Dave Grohl's song when he was putting together his own band and recorded everything himself under the band name Late. So he recorded it in, I think 1990 was Marigold. That comes on. It turns out to be a big hit here just because of the string and the arrangement and the violin. It's wild stuff. Next song is My Hero. Next song is Next Year. My Hero, by the way, is another reference to Mr. Kurt Cobain, written about him. I don't think they ever said it officially. Song 7 is Another Round. Song 8 is Big Me. Song 9, one of my favorites, Cold Day in the Sun, the only song that Taylor Hawkins, the drummer, sings. That's his own song. He sings and also plays the drums on Cold Day in the Sun. That gives Grohl a little break in the action for a 3.5-minute song. Very good. Skin and Bones is the next song. That's the song that was featured on the album that was released before this, called 5 Songs and a Single. Five songs and a cover. It was called Skin and Bones. Next song is February Stars. Next song is Times Like These. Song 13 is Friend of a Friend. Another song about Kurt Cobain. Song 14 is Best of You. And song 15 is Everlong. So as you notice here, going through this 15 songs, it's a compilation of not just the previous album, but it's their whole catalog doing it in acoustic. 15 songs from random albums that the Foo have done, all in acoustic. Most of the songs, I think 2 or 3 or 4, I'm going to say 4 of them are from that, from the B-sides of this T-shirt that I'm wearing for In Your Honor album concert T-shirt. Now, if you go on iTunes and get the bonus tracks and videos, there's a song called Ain't It the Life that came out on iTunes as a bonus song. And then that video, and a different video now, Skin and Bones appears on the music video for that, is on that bonus track, the video for that, Skin and Bones. So good stuff. Once again, you can also get the DVD. They do 21 songs there. And in Live in Hyde Park, released in the UK, was a 14-song live recording of the regular electric band. One song is on that. Song 7 is Shake Your Blood, features Lemmy from Motorhead. And so he was on site. And then the song "Tie Your Mother Down," featuring Brian May and
Yep.
Roger Taylor of Queen.
Yep.
So that would be good if you're a Foo fan or not. That Live in Hyde Park, released only in the UK. Get your hands on that. It is very good. It does say here in the notes, the liner notes on Wikipedia and the wiki, is the whole set list is not included on the DVD because one song called "The One" they excluded, as Taylor Hawkins made a mistake on the drums. So they said, you know what, we're not even going to release this. It must have been a serious mistake or multiple mistakes, but they said, let's skip that altogether. Here's the personnel for the band. This is the personnel for Foo Fighters at the time. Dave Grohl, lead vocals and rhythm guitar. Nate Mendel, bass. Taylor Hawkins, drums. He also sings on that song, Cold Day in the Sun. Chris Shiflett, very good, underrated guitarist. Now, additional, like we said, it's Petra Hayden is on there with violin and a mandolin as well, and also does backing vocals. Drew Hester, a crowd favorite. I remember everyone was chanting his name there because he makes one appearance playing the triangle in one of the songs. He comes up and plays the triangle, and he's listed on the credits for percussion, Andy.
Nice.
Kind of a bigger, heavier guy. Rami Jaffe is out on there as well. Pat Smear. After they did this tour, Pat Smear kept in and stayed with the band and followed and toured with Foo. And then that is it. So that is the scoop. It's recorded live. It's considered alternative rock or acoustic rock. Recorded in LA in 2006, over 3 nights. They did the length. This is 78 minutes and 37 seconds, released on RCA. What else did I have? Is that it? I thought I had another one. No, so this was 2006. So I was in my Foo Fighters days here, Andy, and went to a lot of shows at First Avenue and Excel and Target Center, and we always got the tickets on the floor and moved our way up to as close as we could get to on the general admission for young guys in their mid-30s to be able to come out of there a hot, sweaty mess, being jam-packed around at the Foo Fighters concert. But this was a mellow acoustic set. It was but the sound there, the sound they have with all this group plays together, it's almost like not an orchestra, but it's unbelievable. What I would recommend for people, whether they like this one or not, is if you are going to give this one a chance, do the headphones. Don't do anything else, and just sit there and listen to this thing top to bottom. This is what I did earlier this week, and I couldn't believe how good this album is and how much I liked it. But I haven't put this thing in 15 years, I bet. So that is the overview for Foo Fighters. Skin and Bones. Skin and Bones.
All right. Get to my little section of the world here.
Yes.
News and notes. Sunflower Fox and the Chicken Leg are up for some awards.
Wow, I did see this, and these are all different awards, Andy. So
and you go on their Facebook page, and there'll be a link. You can go vote. I have voted. Make sure you vote for them in these categories. Here it is. They've been nominated. You can vote up to the 30th or the 30th of this month. Links to the comments. So just go to their page on Facebook. You'll see all that stuff. There you are. Give them some love. See what you can do.
So they won last year, one or a couple categories, I think. Yep. And this is now the 2025 version of the same thing they did really well at last year. And they may come back with a couple of wins, this year as well. But they really surprised people. This is a good band to listen to. Yep. It's all organic music, new original stuff. Yep.
Also, speaking of new members right there, Theater of Pain, a Motley Crue tribute band. There is Kat Jackson and the new member also. He's there, Judd Kramer, new member. He'll be doing the Mick Mars stuff. Kat Jackson does the Nikki Sixx, the bass player. Give them a check out. They kind of redid the band there. They're re-upping it. Full of energy. Should be a good show. Dust and Bones, Mike's Backyard Bash in Shakopee. The date is out August 23.
Okay.
Clear your calendar. Sorry, can't go to grandma's funeral that day, can't go to your daughter's wedding that day. You have to be at Mike's Backyard Bash.
Yeah, that is. We did it last year. You've done it twice before. It's a
Yeah.
good time. I mean, it is
Yes.
a hoot.
Fun head by all.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
New release. I got one new release for you. Now, do you have your pen and paper there, Dan, to get this?
Okay.
Write this
I got a
down. Note
pen.
the time.
I got a pen. Now give me something to write on.
There's something to write on, man. Mad Alice. Stoked to announce. That's their words, not mine. Stoked to announce. They have a 6-song EP, The Spins, will be available to stream and or download next Friday, April 18th.
Wow.
So there you go.
Good Friday, it's going to be announced.
It's a Good Friday. You download it. Let's do it on your way to grandma's for Easter or your mom's or whoever you're going to. Maybe have your little earphone in and listen to it instead of listening to
download it and stream this. I'm looking forward to that.
So there you go. Happy Easter to Dan. I know he'll be downloading that for sure.
Love it.
Homework assignment. Now I'm going to apologize right now on this. Had to go to the eye doctor today, so my vision's not the greatest right now. They're still kind of blurry. So if I misread this, I apologize.
Okay.
Well, that and I went to Minnetonka High School. I can't read for crap. So
fair enough.
All right, there we go. Ronnie James Dio, did you know at one time did 2 songs on a Kansas album?
No.
There you go, Dan. That's your homework. There's the page right there. I got it off the line there from Bees Hill Music Entertainment.
Oh, man.
So go check that out.
The immortal Ronnie James did some stuff with Kansas.
The album Seeds of Change. Possibly a Kansas album review in the future.
I will be taking notes on this.
So there's your homework. Download the album next Friday. Download this one this weekend. Check it out.
See, our moniker here is we're here to educate. And so,
and on the same line, I don't have this on here because it's the same kind of music. Kansas, if you like the group Boston, there's for a while, for a couple years for Boston, when they were on tour, Michael Sweet, the lead singer, Stryper, was filling in and doing the lead vocals for their tour.
Okay.
So just a little something different to check out. Check out our boy Ronnie James Dio.
Love it. Love it. Interesting stuff.
Birthday, not for a person per se, but for an album tomorrow. Turning 45. British Steel.
Wow.
One of my favorite albums ever. Every chance I get a chance to talk about it, I do. Tomorrow, happy 45th.
That's like a Mount Rushmore, right, of metal?
For me, that is one of them for sure, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Great album. Words cannot describe.
We have reviewed that one.
Yes, we have.
That is good. Good stuff. If you're a Judas Priest fan or not, that's got some good songs in there from the
just good hardcore metal.
Rob Halford.
Metal hard rock was just really hitting it in the 80s there. This just kind of took it off from there.
This was a pioneer album. This was pioneering the way. And
it was their 6th studio album, too, in 1980. So it wasn't like their first one and they hit lightning in a bottle. This was number 6 for them.
So they were grinding it out, and then this was released, and it just went bonkers, as we say. Great album cover, by the way. One of my favorites with the razor blade in the hand. Very well done.
And that's what I got, man. Just kind of the happy birthday to the Judas Priest album.
Yes. What else have we got?
Again, like we said before, bars are opening up with bands outside. Check those out. I think Isaiah Mueller and the boys are playing this weekend out at the Dodge House in Leicester. Check that out. All the bands we mention here all the time. Dust and Bones.
Motley Six,
Queen of the Right, Sugar Buzz. Check them all out on their Facebook pages. See where they're all playing. If we sit there and listed all of our friends that we have on Facebook for the week, it'd be like an hour show. We don't want to do that. So just follow us on our Facebook page, social medias. You'll see us reposting other bands, tour information, album releases like for Mad Alice, awards like for Sunflower Fox and the Chicken Leg. I really think if you don't subscribe to the Facebook page, I'm sorry, I can't help you if you're not in the know. Then
Yeah, a lot of information is out there all the time. YouTube, I just checked. We had our 6-year anniversary on YouTube. We've got over 500,
5 year. I thought you said, was it 5 year or 6 year?
6. Oh, maybe it's 5.
5 year. Well, you posted it as 5 year.
Okay, yes, 5-year. I was thinking of our own. I was looking at season 6 there on the bottom moniker, and I got my head. It's 5-year anniversary on YouTube. We have 550 videos out there of all sorts of variable music, songs, sports, bonus episodes. Get into the video and just do a search word for something that you like. More than likely, something you're searching for, we've done before.
And like I put on the Facebook when you talk about it, you can watch the evolution of my beard. From the first one where it was just a low goatee.
No, it's
Now
a full Richard Branson.
I mean, I'm not Jeremy Quass beard, like I said.
Nope.
I'm not man like that, but just it got a little thicker, then it got thin. But just you watch the evolution of the beard.
Watch over the 5 years, the variation of that. All right, sounds good. Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you back next Thursday.
Happy trails.